This is Dr. Jeff, and welcome to Mountain Biking Mindfulness, and welcome to episode 104. So once again, it's a real celebration on episode 104. It's late March 2022. And then if you remember, in July 2021, that's when I started the Ed Family YouTube channel. And the goal was to have 52 videos by the end of 1 year. So by July 2022, having 52 videos. And it's gone way above my expectation. I've definitely been having a blast creating them. And I thought I'd share some of the benefits of having put together the Ed Family video. Now that I've not only hit 52 videos in 1 year, but at 104, this is my 104th video. So one of the things I shared on my 52nd episode was one reason why I created the Ed Family video was because I wanted to be a blessing to others, because I had been blessed and that I saw it as an act of compassion. And so I'm really glad to share that a lot of folks have seen and have benefited from the Ed Family videos. I know there are certain projects that I've worked on that were important, but it didn't affect as many people as I would have hoped. Maybe just a smaller group of people. A lot of effort to, support a smaller group of people, and that's good too. I want to say there's a benefit to that as well, and definitely we should be involved in the mentoring of folks. But I also want to share that it's been a blessing to reach a greater audience as well through YouTube and the social media. And so who are some of the people that I feel have benefited? Well, first of all, pre-service teachers, people who haven't entered education yet, but they're kind of thinking about education. I think oftentimes in our work, we don't have enough practical examples of what's happening in the field. We have some great educators out there, but sometimes it's good to also get some boots on the ground perspective. And so being able to provide that for pre-service teachers, I think has been very good, whether it's on topics related to classroom management or project-based learning or ideas like civic engagement and learning. It's beneficial for teachers to think about what it is that they want to become before they become teachers. Because oftentimes I think we sometimes become how we've been taught. And for some of us, that's a very good experience. And for others, we gotta grow from that experience. And then as we look toward the 21st century, even if we had a good experience, we need to do better. So it's benefited my pre-service teachers, students that I teach over at Cal State Fullerton, oftentimes share this work with them as well. So that's one group. Another group that I feel that has benefited are beginning teachers. So there's just so much to teaching that's out there. And I think the way you spend your first and second years really shapes the next 10, 20 years of your career. Now, that's why I think it's so important to kind of have a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different ideas, and think about those things early and make that a habit of your practice very early on. So that's the second group that I feel has benefited. Then I've been doing a lot of work with civic engagement and learning as civic lead in our district. But and we've received so many different accolades and awards. And once again, it's not about the awards, but it's about what students are getting to do. And these awards are just aspirational and kind of just acknowledging some of the good work that's happening. So in addition to benefiting my own district that I work in, partnering with Orange County Department of Education, we've been able to use some of the Ed Family videos that were created to build out a OC Civic Institute course. So an entire course that has been developed from the Ed Family videos. So that's been really exciting to see, you know, and sometimes that's how I get inspired as well. If there's a need, then I create the videos to connect with the work that it is that I'm doing anyway, but then it ends up not only benefiting that one person, but many people as well. All right. Another group that's benefited are my master's students in education, and also those wanting to strengthen their practice, even though they may have been teaching for years. And one way I've done that is through the Grading for Equity text. And in that text, we're looking at our own practices, equitable practices. And I realize this book's not really even about grading, right? Although it does talk about grading in depth. But it does look at formative assessments, summative assessments. And if you're looking at formative assessments and summative assessments, you're also looking at the way that you teach, because we're teaching oftentimes toward the end in mind, keeping the end in mind. So it's looking at that, challenging our own biases, wanting to do better for the next generation. All that is a part of that equity for grading book study that I've also created Ed Family videos for. Also, a big passion of mine is project-based learning, and that being a space for students to accelerate their 5 C's, whether that's communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, or compassion. So how can projects be a place to accelerate the 5 C's? And also another area that I didn't expect to be so exciting was related to ethnic studies, or Asian American studies, or Korean American studies. A lot of interest in that topic, and so I've created a number of promising practices on that as well. And then finally, I think another useful playlist has been the mindfulness videos. And I think I've had a couple of hiking mindfulness. I have had some road biking mindfulness, but most of my work has been around actually mountain biking mindfulness, like we're on today. In fact, my most watched YouTube is actually a mountain biking mindfulness video. And so, you know, this video is helping people think about their health, whether it's their physical health, mental health, spiritual health, relational health, and they're growing in those areas in addition to their professional health. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's making a difference in their lives in that way. So once again, it's just late March 2022, 142nd, 104th episode. Really just at the beginning of Ed Family, but already so much to be thankful for. And I'm blessed because it's a blessing to so many different groups. All right, that's enough of me talking and giving thanks and appreciating all the good aspects of Ed Family, the blessings and the gratitude that I have, and on with the ride. So here we are at Bommer Trail in Bommer Canyon, and you can see how it's like an open field. So beautiful. Hi, thank you.